my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D, and you're watching Vina Team Unfiltered. Are you and Joseph still together? Haven't seen you in any post together recently. And Taylor responded, we've seen the ugliness that comes with being in a public relationship and decided to make it as private as possible. The pressure to share every aspect of our relationship is overwhelming and unhealthy, LOL. I don't date him for public approval or consumption. I date him because I love him. We are also long distance. I think people are so used to seeing couples together all the time, but forget they live near each other, LOL. When I do see him, the priority is spending time together, not creating content. I get the curiosity, I really do. We're just doing what's healthiest for our relationship.
I always have the craziest travel stories. Literally insane. First, it started off with somebody pulling the fire alarm right as I was about to walk through security. So they shut down security. You can't get through TSA if the fire alarm is going off. My flight was boarding while that was happening. I almost didn't make boarding of my flight. Then, once I do get to my gate and make it on the plane, someone poops their pants. And they take the person off the plane. And they had to spend like 45 minutes disinfecting the entire area because it was, so I overheard, in the carpet and all over the seat. So they had to replace the seat. And we finally took off. So it took a lot for me to get here, but I'm in Vermont and we're going to crown a new Miss Vermont USA. So I'm very excited. One post with natural hair, and here come the hoteps. So let's be clear on this one. If your version of pro-black has anything to do in the realm of being a hotep, get away from me. I am not about a pro-blackness that subjugates women to misogyny, other people to homophobia, sexism, all the isms and obias. So miss me with that. We've got about 30 minutes before I need to be fully glammed, hair up, blue suit on, and ready to judge the Miss Vermont and Miss Vermont Team USA girl. I really don't think people realize how hard it is to actually judge a pageant, and I'm really struggling coming up with questions that I want to ask the girls, so I'm going to crowdsource. What questions would you ask if you were judging a pageant, and maybe I will use them today. Skinny queen. All right, everybody, I am here currently judging with one of the judges that judged me when I lost in Michigan.
That's right, I did.
He judged me and he denied me. However,
you were in the top 5.
I was in top 5.
Right.
I was second runner-up.
But then you came back, and what happened?
And won the whole thing.
Yeah.
I was Congeniality.
Right.
And then a TV show.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard of it.
So what? Things happen for a reason.
Timing's
and it's
everything.
all about timing.
That's right.
Yep.
Not really my thing. I did really have a good time at the open call when I was in LA. I was just happy I ended up being there at the same time. So, you know, that would be really cool. So who knows? Maybe we'll do the Detroit thing in a different capacity, but it won't be a meet and greet. Did you contact your stylist for Joseph yet to get him the same services as Kyle received? I have not, but I will probably do that because it is not my responsibility to style that man. And it is just like easier. I've got too much on my plate to worry about what he's wearing, so it'll be cool. Best way to sum down your focus for Big Brother, for instance, weight loss, single mom, or a hippie. So I can't really answer that question. It just has to be a matter of what speaks to you the most. You know what? I'll do like a different live where I really talk about the casting process and not just that, but things that you should and shouldn't do when you're in the house. So I think I'll kind of save all those questions for a later date. Would you ever go on Sheena's podcast? Absolutely yes. We've actually been trying to plan that for a while. We were close to doing it when I was last in LA. There was like a lot of stuff happening last time I was in LA, but that was the exact same week that all the Vanderpump like craziness broke for the first time. So we were just like, well, we'll revisit this later. But Sheena's a beast. She's an icon. She's a queen. I love that she brought special attention to domestic violence funds and resources so that she could highlight the abuse of the power of the system that was happening and highlight people who really need the courts. So special shout out to her. Any hints for this exciting event? No. You will see it when you see it, and I'm just really excited about this. What's your favorite flavor of Fanta? Do you say Fanta or Fanta? Because the song is Fanta, Fanta, don't you want that? I say Fanta, but I sing Fanta. My favorite flavor of Fanta is orange, but if I had the choice of an orange drink, I would choose Orange Crush over Orange Fanta. But I feel like Orange Fanta is more readily available. So, any update on the potential retreats? That is going to be something that's like down the road, going to take a while to plan, because if I do a retreat, for those who don't know, I talked about this on my my subscriber live, which you can subscribe to. I'll drop that after this live, because I do special lives over there, and of course I do my daily diaries, which I end up kind of batch posting, but you do get them. But I'm thinking about doing a retreat to Mexico so that people can show up, and we'll do like wellness, maybe do different themes, do nice dinners, and just have a really good intimate type of time. So I don't have any immediate plans on that. It's like, y'all like to ask me about that and my plans to get a dog. It's like, did you get a dog yet? I'm like, whoa, it was just a thought. I eventually would like to have a dog. In this moment right now, I'm not gonna walk down the block and be like, come here dog, you're mine now. That's more Joseph's move. So yeah, the retreats, the dog, a lot of those things are gonna be like long-term conversations. Are you gonna be on BB25? Not as a contestant. They might reach out to me. They might reach out to me about hosting a comp, but those conversations haven't happened. And if they do happen, I don't want to spoil them. But nothing has happened in conversation for that yet. How long have your Eye for Design clip-ins lasted? They've lasted, when did I get them? I had those customized. I competed at Miss USA November 2021. October is when I had them done of 2021. And I would say about now is kind of when they're like on their last legs. Kyle in the building. Hey, Kyle. I haven't talked to you in forever. I owe you a text. But yeah, so, I mean, look, from over a year, I would say about over a year. And that's pretty good to me. And then I'm actually going to shoot soon with Carlos again. And from there, I will get my new extensions, because Eye for Design is also doing that. So I'm really excited about it. How's the shedding with the clip-ins? Fine. They held up for over a year. And think about what I was doing to those clip-ins. Like, we were in the pageant world. I was putting heat on them. I was curling them up. I was spraying them down with hairspray. Like, it was a lot going on. So for all that like hard work that they had to endure, they held up really well. Lots of casting questions, lots of Big Brother questions. Ooh, what are your thoughts on Black China removing her fillers and undoing her surgeries? I mean, good for her. I would hope that she doesn't go in the direction of like, I don't want her to go in a direction of like shaming people. I don't want her to be like, if you get lip injections, you're insecure, or, you know, if you get a BBL, you're a bad person, or you're a boob job, like, it means you're bad. I really hope she doesn't go in that direction. I just hope that she's kind of like, this is what made me feel good for me. At this time in my life, I was doing a lot. Now, in this current time, I just want to undo it. I want to hide less behind what I was doing to make myself feel better. Are you ready for departure next Friday for the Challenge USA? There's no way in hell I'm doing that show, ever. So yeah, I'm ready for anybody who's going on that show to get on that plane and get out of here, but it won't be me. Never will be me. She's advocating for no silicone injections because they're life-threatening. Okay. I would recommend everyone talk to doctors about that. Obviously, you want to hear from people who have done it themselves, but also talk to doctors about it. Like, make sure that you're actually getting not just first-hand accounts, but medical assistance, medical advice. Yeah. Look, I get really nervous when like influencers or public figures really start to publish things about medical treatments or things like that. So just proceed with caution, guys. I slept on my hair a weird way, and she's a little bent, so I gotta straighten that down. I enjoyed your last episode, Taryn. I enjoyed it too. it just kind of came together last minute because I was texting Taryn and I was just like, this is ridiculous. I can't believe it's happening. Ah, la, 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 la. And so she said, hey, do you want to come on the pod and talk? And I said, yeah. Why not? And then I went on. I kind of sounded off. Let's see what else we got here. And then I actually want to get off here. I don't want to be doing lives that frequently. Or, no, that's a lie. I want to do more lives, but I don't want to be doing them for too long. So let's see what works. Let's see what figures out. Can your bachelor friend join us on the live tonight? No. Let Spencer live his life. Where else? What other questions do we have? Have you watched Traitors? Would you go on the show? I didn't finish Traitors because I saw that there were conversations of like, not conversations. I saw the episode where Rachel had all those bugs. Rachel had all those bugs falling on her, and I was like, hell no. But from there, that's when I was like, I'm out. I'm dipping. It's not the move for me. But outside of that, I think like Traitors, competition reality, I'll just leave it for those people. Other people can like go crazy. There's a lot of not a question. You guys are sending a lot of love here. I appreciate that. Is Kuzi not so fun? So sad we're missing all her greatness on the feeds. I actually do want to talk a little bit about this. I am so happy that Kuzi has the space to just like exist in the capacity where she wants to. Like she can be bombastic, she can be make big moves, she can be audacious, she can be glamorous, she can receive love and hype. And I look at Kuzi and I see so much of what I wanted to be in the house. So much of what I was not given the space to do in the Big Brother house. So I'm just, it makes my heart sing when I see that Kuzi gets to do that. It makes me really happy. Kuzi was a pageant girl as well. Yeah. So I hope you all kind of understand that like, when we talk about pageant women that compete in pageants, I think of people like me. I think of people like Kuzi, like people who are unapologetically confident. I just realized that with the cards that I were dealt, I had to significantly reel in the personality that I wanted to have. But it makes me so happy that Kuzi just gets to exist like that in all forms. All right. Did you finish Queen's Court? I didn't finish it yet, but I know that Tamar is with that white man. So I needed the white man with like 6 kids, right? 5 kids with a whole lot of baby mamas. So, you know, peace and love to Tamar. I hope she's doing well. I hope that man is treating her right. But, you know, that's all I can ask. Just like Tamar deserves all the love.
This is good because remember, Tamar won Celebrity Big Brother, okay? First black woman, but a Celebrity Big Brother. Taylor Hale won the regular Big Brother and made history as the first black woman. And when someone posted a tweet congratulating Taylor as the first black woman, Tamar Braxton then tweeted, you know, right there, but congratulations. Basically, hello, I'm black, I won, you know, I made history. But people were simply trying to explain to her that, girl, you want the celebrities are in the house for less amount of time. It is not the same. And Taylor won the regular one, and that's the difference. So Tamar did go on the blog page and she left a comment. It wasn't shade, but go off over everyone thinking I have a problem with everything and everyone. Taylor never ever fed into that because the internet went in on Tamar. I did a video on it and everything, but Taylor completely ignored that moment, and she's continuing to show Tamar grace. So good for her.
And things like that. Okay. Y'all are asking a lot about the challenge too. Like, you know, I'm not doing that ever. Y'all can have that show. Have fun. Okay. That looks like about everything. I want to make sure. Ooh, do you think 45 will realistically serve time? We get some fun lives out of it. We get some fun, like daily insights on what I'm going through, what I'm experiencing, what my thoughts are. So yeah, go ahead. It's $4.99 a month. It's less than your Starbucks, promise, because my Starbucks order is like, it's like a subscription and a half. It's embarrassing. I need to stop getting it. But go ahead and subscribe. You get a lot more content than your Starbucks order, and we have a good time. We actually like to kiki over there. So I love you all. I will be reposting the link. Mwah. When I posted that picture, I see just how like bland and insane asylum-esque my apartment is. And it's not like I don't have anything to eventually... Oh, so we're testing alarms now? I cannot be alone here. Has the time switch really messed with anybody, or is it just me? Because how is it already 1 o'clock? Like, I have a lot of writing to get done today. I've still got meetings on the calendar somehow, but I feel like the day is already ending, even though I'm basically just now getting started. So, come on. What?
My loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel,
No, they're definitely still on.
Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.